The approaching storm. The story opens with Admiral Kate Mills standing in the command center of Luna Station, humanity's primary defense outpost orbiting the moon. Through the massive viewport, Earth hangs like a blue marble against the black void of space. The year is 2387, and humanity has been quietly expanding across the solar system for over 3 centuries. Dr. Alex Harper, the station's chief scientist, rushes into the command center with disturbing news. Long-range sensors have detected a massive alien fleet approaching from the outer rim of the solar system. The ships are unlike anything in human databases, sleek, predatory vessels that seem to bend light around them. There are over 200 warships, each one larger than humanity's biggest battle cruisers. The alien fleet moves with purpose, their trajectory aimed directly at Earth. Communication attempts fail. The aliens either cannot or will not respond to human transmissions. Their technology appears far superior to anything humanity possesses. Energy readings from their ships suggest weapons capable of cracking planets. On Earth, President Maria Santos calls an emergency session of the Global Defense Council. Military leaders from every nation gather via hologram in the secure bunker. Beneath Geneva, General Robert Stone, head of Earth's unified military, presents the grim analysis. The alien fleet will reach Earth in exactly 72 hours. Evacuation is impossible. There simply isn't enough time or ships to move 8 billion people. Meanwhile, in the depths of space, Commander Vex of the Dominion fleet reviews the tactical data on the third planet. His species, the Dominion, has conquered 47 star systems. They are master strategists, having perfected the art of planetary conquest over millennia. The blue world ahead shows signs of a young civilization, primitive radio signals, basic space travel, and what appears to be nuclear technology. It should be an easy victory. The Dominion strategy is always the same. Arrive in overwhelming force, demonstrate superior power, and watch civilizations surrender rather than face extinction. Those who resist are crushed quickly and efficiently. Commander Vex expects this conquest to take no more than a few hours. On Luna Station, Admiral Mills receives reports from across the solar system. Human colonies on Mars, Europa, and Titan are preparing for the worst. The asteroid mining stations have gone dark, their crews evacuated to hidden bunkers. Humanity's small fleet of warships, barely 50 vessels in total, begins forming defensive formations around Earth. Dr. Harper works frantically with his team, analyzing every scrap of data about the approaching fleet. The alien ships show no visible weapons, yet energy readings suggest they possess technology that could devastate entire continents. Their propulsion systems are beyond human understanding, allowing them to cross vast distances in mere days. As news of the invasion spreads across Earth, humanity's response surprises many observers. There is no mass panic, no desperate fleeing. Instead, people gather in their homes, communities, and cities with a quiet determination. This is their world, their home, and they will not abandon it without a fight. The story establishes that humanity has been preparing for this moment longer than anyone realizes. Deep beneath the Earth's surface, in facilities hidden from all sensors, ancient protocols are being activated. Systems that have waited centuries for this exact scenario begin to power up. Admiral Mills receives a classified message that changes everything. The text is simple. Project Prometheus is authorized. All stations prepare for activation sequence. She has heard whispers of Prometheus over the years, a theoretical defense system, some say a myth. But the authentication codes are real, and they come from the highest levels of government. In the final scene of Part 1, Commander Vex watches his fleet approach the inner solar system. His sensors detect the primitive human vessels taking defensive positions, a laughably small force attempting to protect their homeworld. He almost feels sorry for them. In 48 hours, this system will belong to the Dominion. What neither the aliens nor most of humanity knows is that Earth has been hiding its true nature for centuries. The blue planet that appears so vulnerable is actually the most heavily defended world in the galaxy. Humanity learned long ago that the universe is full of predators, and they have spent generations preparing for this day. The stage is set for a confrontation that will shock both species. The Dominion expects an easy victory against a primitive civilization. Instead, they are about to discover why humanity has survived and thrived in a hostile universe, and why Earth has never been successfully invaded. Hidden strength. Alien Dominion fleet crosses into the outer solar system, passing Neptune's orbit with casual confidence. Commander Vex reviews the intelligence gathered by their advanced scouts. The third planet shows all the hallmarks of a typical developing civilization: cities clustered around coastlines, primitive satellites in orbit, and basic industrial activity. Their military appears to consist of crude chemical rockets and simple energy weapons. On Earth, the activation of Project Prometheus begins in earnest. Deep beneath the Australian outback, massive blast doors that have remained sealed for 200 years slowly grind open. Similar facilities activate across the globe, hidden beneath the Sahara Desert, the Canadian Rockies, and the depths of the Pacific Ocean. These installations were built by humanity's greatest minds, constructed in absolute secrecy over decades. Admiral Nils receives her first briefing on Prometheus from General Stone. The project, she learns, began in 2156 when humanity first achieved faster-than-light travel and discovered they were not alone in the universe. Early exploration missions found the ruins of dozens of dead civilizations, all showing signs of sudden, violent destruction. The pattern was always the same. Advanced species would arrive, demonstrate overwhelming power, and demand surrender. Dr. Harper coordinates with Prometheus facilities worldwide, running final diagnostics on systems that have never been tested at full capacity. The technology is based on principles discovered in alien ruins, reverse-engineered and improved upon by human scientists. Each installation houses weapons that draw power directly from Earth's magnetic field, capable of channeling the planet's entire energy output into focused beams. The Dominion fleet continues its approach, now passing Jupiter. Commander Vex notes with amusement that the human vessels are actually advancing to meet his fleet rather than defending their homeworld. It seems these primitives haven't learned the futility of resistance. He orders his weapons to power up, preparing to make an example of the human ships. On Luna Station, Admiral Nils watches the tactical display as humanity's fleet takes position. The 50 human warships look pitifully small compared to the alien armada, but appearances can be deceiving. Like everything else about humanity's defenses, these ships are not what they seem. Each vessel carries weapons derived from Project Prometheus technology, powered by miniaturized versions of the planetary defense systems. President Santos addresses the world from the Geneva bunker. Her speech is broadcast to every corner of Earth, carried by quantum communication networks that the aliens cannot intercept. She speaks not of desperation or surrender, but of humanity's greatest secret. For centuries, Earth has presented itself as a developing world to any observers, while secretly becoming the most advanced military power in the galaxy. The deception was necessary, she explains. Every species that had revealed their true capabilities too early had been destroyed by coalitions of fearful neighbors. Humanity chose a different path. They would appear weak while becoming strong, primitive while achieving technological superiority. Earth became a fortress disguised as a garden. Commander Vex receives his first surprise when his sensors finally penetrate the inner solar system. The primitive satellites orbiting Earth are not communication devices or weather monitors. They are weapons platforms, thousands of them, each one equipped with particle beam cannons capable of vaporizing his largest ships. The asteroid belt, previously dismissed as space debris, reveals itself to be a network of fortified bunkers and weapon emplacements. Dr. Harper reports that all Prometheus installations are online and ready. The weapon systems are beyond anything the galaxy has ever seen. Planet-killing devices that can fire continuously for days without depleting Earth's energy reserves. But the true genius of the system is not its power, but its deception. Until the moment of activation, Earth appears completely defenseless to any observer. The Dominion fleet slows as Commander Vex processes this new information, his tactical. Computers struggle to analyze the sheer number of weapons now revealed throughout the solar system. This is not a primitive civilization. This is a military power that rivals the greatest empires in galactic history. But it's too late to retreat. The fleet is committed to its course. On Earth, the final preparations are complete. Children are safely in underground shelters that could withstand direct hits from stellar-class weapons. Military personnel take their positions at control stations buried miles beneath the surface. The planet that appeared so vulnerable is revealed to be a fortress with weapons that could sterilize entire star systems. The trap springs. Commander Vex orders his fleet to battle formation as they cross Mars' orbit. Despite the shocking revelation of Earth's hidden defenses, the Dominion has never retreated from a battle. His species has conquered 47 star systems through superior tactics and overwhelming firepower. Even if these humans possess advanced technology, they are still a single planet, facing the might of an interstellar empire. The first engagement begins as humanity's forward fleet meets the alien vanguard near the asteroid belt. Captain Lisa Park, commanding the human flagship Defiant, watches as her small squadron faces off against 50 Dominion warships. Her crew knows they're outnumbered 10-1, but they also know something the aliens don't. They're not meant to win this fight. They're meant to sell the deception. The human ships open fire with conventional weapons, plasma cannons and missile salvos that cause minimal damage to the alien vessels. Commander Vex observes the battle with growing confusion. These weapons are barely more advanced than what his species used centuries ago. Perhaps the sensor readings were wrong. Maybe these humans simply have good defensive systems but lack offensive capabilities. Admiral Mills monitors the engagement from Luna Station, coordinating with Dr. Harper in the Prometheus command centers. The first phase of the plan is working perfectly. The aliens are being drawn deeper into the system, convinced they face a defensively strong but offensively weak enemy. Every move is calculated to reinforce this impression. The human forward fleet fights bravely, but begins to retreat toward Earth, exactly as planned. Several ships take critical damage and appear to limp away from battle. Captain Park's Defiant sustains what looks like catastrophic hull breaches, trailing atmosphere, and debris. The aliens pursue, growing more confident with each passing hour. Commander Vex's tactical analysis confirms his initial assessment. The humans fight with courage, but lack the technology to challenge Dominion superiority. Their retreat toward their homeworld follows predictable patterns. Soon his fleet will be in position to demonstrate their planet-killing weapons, and this stubborn species will finally understand the futility of resistance. On Earth, President Santos gives the final authorization codes to Admiral Mills. Project Prometheus enters its terminal phase. Every installation, every hidden weapon, every carefully concealed defense system prepares for simultaneous activation. The timing must be perfect. The alien fleet needs to be close enough that retreat is impossible, but not so close that Earth itself might be damaged in the crossfire. The Dominion fleet assumes attack formation as Earth comes into visual range. Commander Vex positions his Dreadnought-class ships in the outer ring, with planet killers in the center formation. Standard procedure calls for a demonstration of power, Destroying one of the planet's moons usually convinces stubborn species to surrender without further bloodshed. Dr. Harper's sensors track every alien vessel as they move into the carefully prepared kill zone. The asteroids around them aren't ancient space rocks. They're camouflaged weapon platforms. The seemingly empty space between Earth and Mars is filled with cloaked artillery stations. Even the debris from the earlier battle contains active sensors and targeting systems. The trap is elegant in its simplicity. The aliens see what they expect to see, a primitive world defended by brave but outgunned forces. They don't see the thousands of particle beam cannons hidden in plain sight, the gravitational weapons disguised as communication arrays, or the planet-cracking ordnance concealed within seemingly harmless space stations. Captain Park receives the coded signal she's been waiting for. Her damaged ship, the Defiant, suddenly sheds its camouflage and reveals weapons that shouldn't exist on a human vessel. The hull breaches seal themselves, and energy readings spike to levels that make the alien sensors scream warnings. The retreat was a ruse. Humanity's fleet is not running away. It's taking position. Commander Vex has exactly 17 seconds to process this information before every human installation in the solar system opens fire simultaneously. The darkness of space erupts into a symphony of destruction as weapons that have waited centuries for this moment finally reveal themselves. Particle beams lance out from hidden positions. Gravitational weapons tear at the fabric of space itself, and antimatter charges detonate with the fury of miniature stars. The Dominion fleet finds itself trapped in a crossfire that no military force in galactic history has ever survived. Every direction they turn reveals new weapons, new threats, new evidence that they have been completely outmaneuvered by a species they dismissed as primitive. As Part 3 ends, the true scale of humanity's deception becomes clear. Earth is not just defended, it is the center of the most sophisticated military trap ever devised. The aliens came to conquer a helpless world and instead found themselves facing the most dangerous predator in the galaxy. The hunt has begun, and humanity is not the prey. Humanity unleashed, the simultaneous activation of every Prometheus installation turns the space around Earth into a killing field beyond imagination. Commander Vex's flagship, the massive dreadnought Extinction's Edge, takes direct hits from 17 different particle beam cannons within the first 10 seconds of combat. His shields, rated to withstand the combined firepower of entire planetary defense grids, collapse like tissue paper. Admiral Mills coordinates the battle from Luna Station, her tactical display showing the systematic annihilation of the Dominion fleet. Each alien vessel is targeted by multiple weapon systems, creating overlapping fields of fire that make escape impossible. The alien superior technology means nothing when they're facing weapons that draw power from an entire planet's magnetic field. Captain Park leads humanity's fleet in the final phase of the deception. The ships that appeared damaged and retreating suddenly reveal their true capabilities. Weapons bays that seemed destroyed open to reveal antimatter cannons. Engines that appeared to be failing surge to full power, propelling human vessels at speeds that match the aliens' best ships. The Defiant alone carries enough firepower to level continents. Dr. Harper monitors the energy output from all Prometheus installations, ensuring the weapons don't overload Earth's power grid. The systems are performing beyond their design specifications, sustained by the planet's natural magnetic field and supplemented by fusion reactors hidden across the globe. Humanity has turned their entire world into a weapon. The Dominion fleet tries to adapt to their desperate situation. Commander Vex orders emergency battle protocols, attempting to concentrate his remaining ships for a breakthrough assault on Earth. But every tactical maneuver has been anticipated. The humans have studied galactic warfare for centuries, learning From the mistakes of 47 conquered civilizations, individual alien ships begin to fall. The light cruiser Shadow of Victory, pride of the Dominion's Third Fleet, disintegrates under focused fire from lunar-based particle cannons. The heavy battleship Eternal Conquest suffers a catastrophic reactor breach when human gravity weapons tear apart its power core. One by one, ships that have terrorized entire star systems become debris scattered across the void. On Earth, the population watches the battle through quantum feeds that show them every moment of humanity's triumph. Children who grew up hearing stories about hiding from alien invaders see their planet's weapons methodically destroying an entire invasion fleet. The deception is over. Humanity no longer needs to pretend to be weak. Commander Vex, his flagship crippled and most of his fleet destroyed, finally understands the magnitude of his mistake. This is not a young civilization defending its homeworld. This is an apex predator that has been disguising itself as prey. Earth is not just another planet. It is the most heavily fortified world in galactic history. The alien commander attempts one final gambit, ordering his remaining ships to ram Earth's defensive installations. Surely these humans cannot have prepared for kamikaze attacks from vessels massing millions of tons. But even this desperate strategy fails. Earth's weapons track the incoming ships with inhuman precision, vaporizing them before they can close. Within 1,000,000 kilometers of their targets, Admiral Mills receives reports from across the solar system. Every Dominion vessel has been disabled or destroyed. Not a single alien ship has escaped the kill zone. The invasion fleet that arrived with such confidence has been completely annihilated in less than 30 minutes of combat. The weapons of Project Prometheus have exceeded every projection dot in the depths of space. Commander Vex's personal escape pod drifts among the wreckage of his fleet. His ship's computers finally decrypt some of the human communication protocols, and he learns the truth that chills him more than the vacuum of space. Earth has been preparing for this battle for over 2 centuries. Every aspect of the engagement was planned, from the initial deception to the final annihilation. The humans intercepted Dominion scout probes years ago, learning their tactical doctrine and preferred strategies. They allowed themselves to appear vulnerable while building the most sophisticated military force the galaxy has ever seen. The invasion was not just defeated, it was anticipated, prepared for, and turned into a demonstration of humanity's true power. Dr. Harper's final analysis confirms what everyone suspected. Not a single human life was lost in the battle. Earth's defenses operated with such efficiency that the alien fleet never came close to threatening the planet itself. The fortress world had revealed its true nature and emerged victorious without suffering so much as a scratch. As Part 4 concludes, the wreckage of the Dominion fleet drifts silently through space. Humanity has sent a message to the galaxy. Earth is not a world to be conquered. It is a predator disguised as prey, and those who threaten it do so at their own peril. The age of hiding is over. The new reality in the aftermath of the battle, Earth's true nature, is revealed to the galaxy. Admiral Mills authorizes a transmission of the complete battle record to every inhabited system within 500 light years. The message is simple but unmistakable. Humanity is no longer hiding. The species that appeared primitive and vulnerable has announced itself as the most dangerous military power in known space. Commander Vex's escape pod is recovered by human search teams. The alien commander, the sole survivor of his mighty fleet, is brought aboard Luna Station for questioning. He sits across from Admiral Mills in the interrogation room, his entire worldview shattered. His species believed they were apex predators, but they have discovered something far more terrifying, a predator that hunts by appearing to be prey. Dr. Harper analyzes the wreckage of the Dominion ships, making disturbing discoveries. The alien technology, while advanced, shows signs of stagnation. Their weapons and shields are powerful, but follow predictable patterns. The Dominion has grown complacent through centuries of easy conquests, while humanity spent those same centuries preparing for the ultimate test of survival. President Santos addresses the world once again, but this time her message is broadcast beyond Earth. Using captured Dominion communication technology, she speaks directly to the 47 conquered worlds of their empire. Her words are translated into hundreds of alien languages as she announces that humanity stands ready to assist any world seeking freedom from Dominion rule. The response is immediate and overwhelming. Rebellion breaks out across the Dominion. Empire, as enslaved species, learn that the seemingly invincible fleet has been destroyed by a single planet. Worlds that submitted rather than face extinction realize they have been deceived. The Dominion's power was never absolute, and now they have proof that resistance is possible. Commander Vex reveals crucial intelligence during his interrogation. The Dominion Empire is built on fear rather than genuine superiority. Most conquered species surrendered without fighting, intimidated by displays of force rather than actual military necessity. The destruction of Earth's invasion fleet represents more than a tactical defeat. It's the collapse of the psychological foundation of Dominion rule. Admiral Mills coordinates with military leaders across the galaxy as humanity's true fleet reveals itself. The 50 ships that defended Earth are just the visible portion of humanity's military might. Hidden bases throughout the solar system house thousands of warships, each one equipped with weapons derived from Project Prometheus technology. Earth has not just been preparing to defend itself, it has been building a liberation fleet. The first human expeditionary force launches within days of the battle. Captain Park, her ship fully repaired and upgraded, leads a squadron to the nearest Dominion-controlled system. Their mission is not conquest, but liberation, to free worlds that have suffered under alien rule, and to demonstrate that humanity's victory over the invasion fleet was not a fluke. Dr. Harper's research teams work frantically to reverse engineer captured Dominion technology. While the aliens' weapons proved inferior to humanity's defenses, their faster-than-light travel systems and communication networks are valuable prizes. Combined with human innovation, this technology will allow Earth to project power across interstellar distances. The galactic political landscape shifts dramatically as news of humanity's victory spreads. Species that have remained neutral in galactic conflicts begin reaching out to Earth, seeking alliances and trade agreements. The humans are no longer viewed as a primitive backwater civilization, but as a potential ally against other aggressive empires that might threaten peaceful worlds. Commander Vex, facing the complete destruction of everything he believed in, makes an unexpected offer. He provides Admiral Mills with detailed intelligence about other hostile species in the galaxy, civilizations that make the Dominion look peaceful by comparison. His people were conquerors, but they were also barriers holding back far worse threats. With the Dominion fleet destroyed, those barriers are failing. The story concludes with humanity stepping fully onto the galactic stage. Earth's defensive systems are being replicated on liberated worlds, creating a network of fortress planets that can withstand any assault. The species that hid its strength for centuries has become the protector of the weak and the nemesis of tyrants. Admiral Mills stands once again at the viewport of Luna Station, watching as human ships depart for distant stars. The blue marble of Earth still hangs in space, but it no longer appears vulnerable. It is revealed as what it has always been, home to humanity, the species that turned an entire planet into a weapon and used it to announce their arrival as a galactic superpower. The age of hiding is over. The age of humanity has begun. And across the galaxy, those who prey upon the weak now know that they are no longer the apex predators. That title belongs to the species from the third planet of an unremarkable yellow star, the species that defeated an invasion by appearing defenseless until the moment they struck. Earth endures. Humanity prevails. The galaxy will never be the same. Asterisk.